All right, everyone, settle in, because what I am about to share with you is one of the most chilling pieces of found footage I've ever come across. This story is known among a small circle of collectors as the lost VHS of class 1999, and once you hear it, you'll understand why it's kept in the shadows. Our story begins in Detroit, Michigan. The date is July 22nd, 2010. A group of old friends, all graduates from the class of '99, are having a small, informal reunion at a local bar. It's been just over a decade since they last saw each other. They're catching up, laughing, and reminiscing about the good old days. One of them, a guy named Marcus, brought along an old camcorder, wanting to capture the night for posterity, just like he used to do back in high school. The evening winds down. Promises are made to stay in touch, and everyone goes their separate ways. Marcus gets home, puts the tape on a shelf, and life moves on. He forgets about it completely. Fast forward another decade. Marcus is cleaning out his attic and stumbles upon a box of old electronics. Inside, nestled amongst tangled cables and outdated gadgets, is that very camcorder, with the tape from the 2010 reunion still inside. A wave of nostalgia hits him. He manages to find an old VCR and a converter to play the tape on his modern TV. He hits play, and the fuzzy, grainy footage flickers to life. The timestamp in the corner reads, July 22nd, 2010, 6:06 p.m. There they are, all his old friends, looking a bit older. A bit more tired, but their smiles are the same. He sees Sarah, now a successful lawyer, Kevin, who moved to California, and Jessica, a high school teacher herself. Marcus watches, a smile on his face, as the camera pans across the group. They're raising their glasses for a toast. He remembers this moment vividly. Everyone from their core group of friends was there that night. Or were they? He keeps watching, naming each person as they appear on screen. Sarah, Kevin, Jessica, Mike, Emily. Wait, someone's missing. He rewinds the tape, his brow furrowed. He plays it again, slower this time. He counts the faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be 6. His best friend from high school, Leo, isn't in the shot. Marcus racks his brain. Was Leo there that night? He could have sworn he was. It wouldn't have been a real reunion without Leo, the life of the party, the one who held their group together. He lets the tape play, feeling a strange sense of unease. The camera, which Marcus was holding, is a bit shaky. He's walking through the bar, filming his friends as they chat. He passes a large mirror on the wall. For a split second, you can see the reflection of the group. Marcus instinctively hits pause, wanting to see his younger self holding the camera. He squints at the screen. The reflection is blurry, distorted by the old VHS quality. He can see himself, a goofy grin on his face, camcorder pressed to his eye. He sees his friends sitting at the table behind him. But there's someone else in the reflection. Someone standing right behind him, just over his shoulder. His heart starts to pound. The figure is tall and lanky, with a familiar mop of dark hair. They seem to be looking directly into the camera lens through the mirror. Marcus's breath catches in his throat. He leans closer to the TV, his nose almost touching the screen. The paused image is grainy, but the face in the reflection is slowly coming into focus. It's a face he hasn't seen in years. A face he knows as well as his own. It's Leo. But that's impossible. Absolutely, completely impossible. A cold dread, colder than any Michigan winter, washes over Marcus. He starts to tremble, his mind refusing to accept what his eyes are seeing, because he knows, with a certainty that chills him to the bone, that Leo couldn't have been at that reunion in 2010. Why? Because Leo wasn't just missing from the party. Leo had been gone for a very, very long time. Let's rewind, not just the tape, but time itself. Back to the year 1999. It was the summer after graduation. The whole group was celebrating their newfound freedom. One night, after a party, Leo was driving home. The roads were dark, he was tired, and he lost control of his car. He never made it home. Leo passed away in that accident, just weeks after they all threw their graduation caps in the air. The class of '99 lost one of its brightest lights before their adult lives had even truly begun. So, how could Leo be standing behind Marcus in a video recorded more than a decade after his death? As the camera pans past the mirror, the reflection is clear for just a moment. There's Marcus filming, and there, standing directly behind him, is Leo. He isn't smiling, he isn't waving, he's just there. His expression is blank, his eyes are dark voids in the grainy footage, and they are fixed on the camera. On Marcus, a horrifying thought crawls into Marcus's mind. Back in high school, who was always the one with the camera, filming everything? It wasn't Marcus, it was Leo. Leo was their group's designated videographer. He was the one who documented their lives on countless VHS tapes. Marcus fumbles for his phone, his hands shaking so badly he can barely dial. He calls Sarah, Sarah, he says, his voice a hoarse whisper. I found the tape from the 2010 reunion. Oh wow, Marcus, blast from the past, she replies cheerfully. Sarah, who filmed that night? He asks, his voice trembling. There's a pause on the other end. What are you talking about? You did, she says, a little confused. You brought your old camcorder. Don't you remember? No, Marcus says, his eyes locked on the frozen image of Leo in the mirror. I don't think I did. He hangs up. He looks back at the TV. The reflection shows Marcus holding the camera. But what if it wasn't him? What if, for that whole night, the camera wasn't in his hands, but in someone else's? Someone who was there in spirit, if not in body. Someone who missed his friends so much that he came back to capture one more memory with them. The final shot on the tape is the group waving goodbye as they leave the bar. The camera stays put, watching them go until they're out of sight. Then, it slowly pans down to the empty table, lingering on one empty chair. The time stamp freezes. The tape cuts to static. Marcus never shared the full tape with anyone else. He couldn't. How could he explain that their dead friend had filmed their reunion? That he had been standing among them all night, unseen? The tape became a dark secret, a chilling reminder that some memories refused to graduate. That some bonds are so strong, not even death can break them. And sometimes, when you look back at the past, you might find someone looking back at you. Thank you so much for watching. This one was definitely a chilling tale. If you have any stories like this, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more dives into the unexplained. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.